Author Henry David Thoreau wrote, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What is called resignation is confirmed desperation." Today, let's talk about the noise of quiet desperation, how to silence setbacks and stagnation. Be sure to lean in, lock in to this podcast masterclass. Turn me up, I'm mic'd up. Join me. Let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you, yes, you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. And it is an honor that you have joined me today. We're going to have a transparent conversation of truth and transformation. I need you to help a brother out. I need you to share this link with somebody. Share this, yes. Share the YouTube link. Share the social media that is streaming on. Share that link with somebody as they tune in today. You know, I was recently in our session, which we have at the church, as I serve as a pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry here in the city of Detroit. We have something called our Iron Men's Ministry. And it is that which is very groundbreaking, and it is a breakthrough opportunity, a moment as us as brothers sit in what I call a circle of brotherhood, where we have courageous conversations about life, about manhood, about what it really means to tap into our strength. And oftentimes that strength, as many of us have unveiled it, is the whole aspect of tapping into our vulnerability. As I've told some brothers, even in conversation, quiet conversation, that is, that not too many places that you can go. Where can a man go without always having to be strong? And to hear and sit in that circle of brotherhood and to hear the myriad of stories, the triumph, the truth, even also the trauma, you can hear the echoes, oftentimes, of quiet desperation. Yeah, the echoes of quiet desperation. Sometimes how we have resigned ourselves to hurt, how we resigned ourselves to pain, and it's only due to the grace that other brothers have shown to each other that empowers them to tap into their vulnerability, but also their value. Because here's what we often hear: love yourself, know your worth, and we relegate that only specifically to women. But us as brothers have to do that as well. And when you talk about the noise of quiet desperation, let's give some context to that. Let's give some real pragmatic truths to it, because I'm going to give you 3 ways on how to silence the stigma, the shame, the setbacks, and also the stagnation. I'm going to give you that. But when you talk about the noise of quiet desperation, it generally refers to the internal, the oftentimes unspoken turmoil. It refers to your dissatisfaction returns. It refers to that which is the inward experience that manifests outwardly. Is describing really a hidden struggle. and it manifests real subtle, like a quiet internal noise. It's the things that you're fighting that you can't necessarily give verbiage to. The things that you're fighting that you don't even really want to talk about. The disappointment that you've been experiencing internally that now causes you to project externally. Number one, here's what I want you to write this down, family. Number one, write this down. Do the work. Here's how I'm going to silence setbacks and stagnation. Here's what I have to do. I have to do the work. What do I mean? I'm talking about the work that is interpersonally and the work that is also purposefully. What have I been called to do? What is my work? And here's what work means. Work means to become. Work means to cultivate. Work means for you to maximize your life, for you to overcome what's trying to overwhelm you, for you to shift for you to really sift through all the things that you've gone through so that you can shift past that. What are you doing to develop yourself, your mind, your soul, and your spirit, and even, yes, your body each and every single day? Are you willing to do the work? Because here's the thing. Most people don't want to do the work. Most people just want a life that is easy. And hear me, the work is hard. Let's be honest about it. Hard work is hard work, and hard work is hard work. Am I willing to do the work interpersonally to get better, to think smarter, to read something that's going to push my life to another dimension, to listen to somebody or someone or something that's going to now enhance my growth? What am I doing each and every single day to get better? How am I moving the needle forward in my interpersonal growth and in my industry? What am I doing purposefully? What am I reading? What am I working on? What are the projects that I'm not procrastinating on? What have I been avoiding that I'm now going to return to and deal with the issue? The greatest help that you'll ever have is at the end of your wrist. You mute that noise of quiet desperation. You silence it when you're the one who's saying, this has been a setback in my life. This has caused me to have some particular stagnation in my life. This is what I'm going to do. These are the habits that I'm going to develop. These are the habits that I'm going to overcome. This is what I'm going to adjust. These are the people that I'm going to reach out to for mentorship. I'm going to get the counseling. I'm going to get the therapy. I am going to, here it is, do the work. And here's what I understand about work. All work works. I need you to hear me. All work works. All work either improves you or something that you're working on too. Both and really. All work works. Am I willing to do the work to make my life work? All work works. And here's the thing. When we're dealing with this noise of quiet desperation, it brings on a feeling of stagnation. Come on. We got to recognize some of the signs and the signals here. Family, just type recognize the signs. Recognize the signs. The alarm is going off. The alarm is blaring. And you act like you're not caring. We have to do the work. We have to recognize the signs and the signals. What is that? Feelings of stagnation, the lack of passion. No passion anymore. You just feel like you're stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck, stagnant. Feel like you're running in quicksand. Feel like your mind is in quicksand. Feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward. I know what that's like. Lacking passion. Seems as if you lost it. Seems like you're not passionate about anything. Seem misdirected. Here's another one. A constant seeking of external validation. Hello, I'm over here. Do you like me? Do you love me? Do you see any value in me? Do you see it in yourself? Do you like? Do you love? Do you see value in yourself? Always looking for validation from other people when you need to self-validate. Come on. What happened to your self-validation? What happened to you crowning yourself? King, keenly intelligent, noble gentleman. What happened to you crowning yourself? Queen, quintessentially unique, empowering everyone naturally. Family, just drop some crowns in the chat. Drop some emoji crowns in the chat. Drop some emoji crowns in the chat. I'm gonna wear my crown. Wear your crown. Crown of love, crown of joy, crown of peace, crown of increase, crown of impact, crown of influence, crown of doing the work. Sometimes you're grappling with that sense of something is missing in my life. Even here it is. Even when you're seemingly successful, some of us, let's be honest, we're suffering from success. Because now you're in a particular space and place mentally and financially that you've never been here before. And because now you've never been here before, now you have some survivor's guilt. Now sometimes you have some remorse. Because you feel like, hey, to a certain degree, I'm at a particular place that the people I have come up with or the people that have surrounded me don't reflect the success that's happening to me. Woo! Let me talk to you. And so here's what we do. We go through the motions. We go through the motions. Why? Because number two, secondly, I want you to write this down. Told you number one, do the work. Secondly, I want you to write this down. Check your vision. We go through the motions because we have not checked our vision. We have lost our vision. If you have sight but no vision, you're still blind. Vision says this. Sight is of the eyes, vision is of the heart. And vision says this. I can see beyond what I see so that I can transform my reality. And here's what vision is. Vision is faith. Vision is revelation. For me to see the invisible, to do the impossible, that's faith. That's vision. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I see beyond what I see. I see it with my spiritual eyes. This ain't got nothing to do with the natural. This is a spiritual thing. Vision is a spiritual thing. So much so that here's what I understand, that I can see rejection as redirection. Can you see rejection as redirection? Can you see rejection as protection? Can you see rejection as direction? Why? The only way I get to that particular place and how I get to that particular place is when I change the way that I look at things, the things that I'm looking at change. I want to ask you this. What lens are you looking through? What lens are you looking through? Check your vision. Have you lost your vision? Without a vision, let me talk to you, the people perish. What lens are you looking through? And too often, we are looking through a lens of pain. We are looking through a lens of trauma, a lens of triggers, a lens of trepidation, a lens of what we're tripping over. Not the transformation, not the truth of who it is that we are. And hear me, we're looking through a lens of liability. This is what we're doing. We're even looking, I need you to hear me, we're even looking at life through the lens that other people have forecasted on us. We have adopted everybody else's lenses. Their lens is smudged. Their lens is broken. Their lens is fractured. And you still are keep on looking through their lens. And so here's what you do. You don't see what God wants you to see. You see through their reality or through their particular figment of their imagination. You got to get your vision back. Come on, I need to put on some real spiritual spectacles. I need to put on some godly glasses. I need a vision for victory. Because here's the thing. Many of us, we even have the picture of our vision. Vision is purpose in pictures is what Dr. Miles Monroe said. So we have the picture for the future. We have the vision in our mind, but this is what we're not doing. We're not acting on it with our hands and with our feet. Vision without action is nothing but a hallucination. A dream without a plan is nothing but a wish. What lens are you looking through? Adjust your vision, family. Adjust your vision. You need to be around vision casters, not vision destroyers. You need to get away from the drama-filled dream killers and get around some vision revealers. That's what I have to do. If I'm going to quiet this noise of desperation, if I'm going to deal with this noise, rather, of quiet desperation, here's what I got to do. I got to silence the setbacks and the stagnation. I have to understand that every stumbling block can be a stepping stone. I can't quiet quit. And too many of us, we quit so easily. We throw in the towel. We give up. It didn't work with the business the first time. Dust yourself off and try again. Give it another go. Come at it from a different angle. Give it another marketing plan. Rejuvenate it a little bit. Find a different audience. But don't quit on the dream that God placed within your heart, mind, soul, and spirit. One, do the work. Secondly, check your vision. Thirdly, here's what I want you to do. Get off the treadmill. Yeah. Get off the treadmill. Get off the treadmill, because here's what's happened. Life has really become a treadmill. Life has become really a hamster's wheel. And because it's become a hamster's wheel where you just go in circles all around and around and around, because it's become a hamster's wheel, here it is. It has detonated your will. It has destroyed your will. And that will has now caused you to move into a place where the setbacks and the stagnation have become so loud and you haven't silenced it. You're dealing with the noise of quiet desperation, the things that are going on in your heart that you're fighting through, that you're fighting to become. And here's the biggest problem. We can't be who we are and who we're going to be at the same time. Let me talk to you. Many of us are in the battle because we're trying to be who we are and who we're going to be at the same time. And both of those cannot coexist in the same space. Doubt and faith cannot coexist in the same space. One is going to cancel out the other. And generally, we have allowed who we are to cancel out who we're going to be, who we're becoming. It's not about what you're wearing. It's about who you're becoming. And who you're becoming is based upon what you're thinking. As a man thinketh in his heart. I wish I had somebody who was rocking and rolling with me today. So is he. Number one, come on, family, write this down. Do the work. Secondly, check your vision. Thirdly, type get off the treadmill. Get off the treadmill. What in the world am I talking about? I thought I was supposed to be on the treadmill. Am I supposed to be working out? Aren't I supposed to be getting fit? Just listen. In comparison to walking, let me make it make sense. In comparison to walking, outside that is, treadmills are not regarded as the best option due to the pressure that is placed on your joints. Why? Because you are walking or running on a flat surface. I remember I was having some joint pain a few years ago, being on a treadmill. Foot pain. Went to my podiatrist saying, what surface are you running on? What surface are you walking on? I'm saying, I was on the treadmill. And they were telling me about the pain that is placed on the joints due to walking or running on a particular flat surface that has no bends in it. And hear me, the noise of a quiet, desperate life will always place unnecessary pressure on your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. And as a consequence, life now becomes flat. Let me talk to you. I got to get off the treadmill. Got to get off the treadmill. Here's what treadmills have. Treadmills have controlled conditions. And for many of us, our problem is that we want to control everything rather than letting go and letting God. So as a result of it, here's what we have. We have resigned ourselves to living in the back seat of our life when we're supposed to be in the front seat. Author Henry David Thoreau put it this way. He said, the mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What is called resignation is confirmed desperation. And here it is. Oftentimes that desperation leads to a place of depression. Desperation becomes depression. Unfulfilled dreams move into a place of depression, moves into a place of bitterness, moves into a place of angst and anxiety. Treadmills have controlled conditions. And many of us, our problem is that we want to control everything rather than just giving it up, rather than, as scripture says, casting all our cares on the Lord because he cares for us. That's where we have to get to, that particular place. Family, shout out to the family who's watching. Yeah, in the mixed family, that is. I see you in the chat, in our live chat. If you're not in our live chat, jump into our live chat right now. I see you with your digital decal. That lets me know, as you have that digital decal, that you are a member, you are a subscriber. And more than just that, you're a partner. You're a supporter of this show. You're watching The Mix, but why are you not a member of In The Mix? Become a member even right now. Tap that link. Link is in the description of this video. Link is in the live chat. Tap that link. Click that link. My gift to you is to give you access to our In The Mix membership area. Yeah, I'm giving that to you. And here's what I understand. You'll begin to write your own narrative. You'll begin to deal with the noise of quiet desperation. You're going to silence setbacks and stagnation because I'm giving you access to my Connor's Corner content. Unlock the unlimited, get an all access pass. And with that, as you're talking about writing your stories, I'm talking about writing your story. You want to download my bestseller book blueprint. Many of you want to write a book. You've been talking about writing a book. Now's the time to actually get my blueprint that I've been able to use to write 18 best-selling books, speak all over the country, all over the world, put my books in the hands of media titans, individuals, be showcased. You owe it to you to tell your story. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Deal with the noise of quiet desperation by writing your story. Go right now, EddieConnor.com, EddieConnor.com. Take your manuscript to the marketplace, become a best-selling. Let me show you what the steps to become a best-selling author. Let me also show you really how to become an industry authority as an author and how to increase your sales. Every aspiring author, every published author, you need this. When we're talking about getting off the treadmill, though, talking about getting off that treadmill, you got to say, listen, I'm resigning from that which keeps me ravaged and rough-ended. I'm getting off the treadmill of trauma and triggers. I'm gonna get off that treadmill of just running and running and running, making motion but no progress. Let me talk to you. That's what many of us are doing. We're making motion, but we're not positioned for progress. What does that look like? Busy but not productive, doing everything except what it is that you should be doing. Isn't it interesting that when it comes time to study, when it comes time to work on a book, when it comes time to work on a project, all of a sudden you want to just vacuum your house, huh? All of a sudden it's some dishes in the sink. All of a sudden it's some clothes in that dryer. Now, you know those clothes in that dryer been in there for the last 2 weeks, but all of a sudden now you want to fold them up, huh? Yeah, fold them clothes up in that dryer. They've been in there for the last 2 weeks, but isn't it interesting? Now you want to do it when you know you got a project to work on. We distract ourselves with everything that is around us rather than focusing on what is within us. You got to get off that treadmill, step off of it, walk by faith into truth and transformation. Many of us were just treading lightly. We're just treading softly, and we're living a life of quiet desperation. We're not making traction. Now is the time to walk boldly in the truth of what it is that God wants you to walk into. Family, just type walk by faith. I'm walking by faith by overcoming setbacks. I'm walking by faith by overcoming stagnation. I'm walking by faith by saying, no quiet desperation formed against me shall prosper. I'm going to live out loud with my dream. I'm going to live out loud with my joy. I'm going to live out loud with my peace. I'm going to live out loud with my purpose. I'm going to live out loud with my ideas. I'm going to mute the noise around me so that I can hear the voice speak within me. The voice of God, the voice of vision, the voice of truth, the voice of transformation, the voice of transformation, the voice that gives me transportation out of my past into my future. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. Yeah, sow into this word that you've heard. You know, this has shifted what you've been thinking about. You know that this has brought clarity and confidence to say, I'm going to do the work. So I'm not going to live a life of quiet desperation characterized by fear and anxiety and doubt and low self-esteem and worry and resentment. It's under my feet. I got the victory over it. And hear me, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. You can't address what you won't confess. And this is your time to possess what it is that your purpose is calling you to apprehend. Do the work, check your vision, and get off the treadmill so that you can walk by faith, so that you can run your race with patience, so that you can run and not be weary, so that you can walk and not faint. And I guarantee you, you're going to mount up on wings as eagles. That's what you're going to do. I want you to sow into this word that you heard as we're elevating you. Spoke a word of life into your life. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker, super thanks. Yes, you can sow as well electronically via Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Yes, I'm joining my faith with yours that God does 30, 60, 100 fold in your life, that he shows up mightily with favor, and he manifests himself strong in every single aspect of your life. Again, So whether it's a $10 seed, a $20 seed, a $50 seed, challenge yourself to sow into the soil of overcoming setbacks and overcoming stagnation, sow into the soil of growth. Again, $ Cash App, $DR Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, gmail.com. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description of this video for how and where to give. If you're not a member of my Eagles community, yeah, I got to rep it. If you're not a member of my Eagles community, what are you waiting on? Come on, join. It's time to mount up on wings as Eagles, to soar into greater success and into greater purpose. Let me show you how to do that. You've had plenty of information. Now it's time for transformation and application and action. And I can show you exactly how to do that as I teach, as I coach, as I train, as I mentor, as I empower you in our weekly live sessions, where you get access as well to our private Facebook group. You get access to all of the sessions that we've ever done, past and present. You get to connect with gifted leaders and accountability partners. And who knows, maybe these individuals become business partners, if not lifelong friends. You owe it to you. You said your network determines your net worth. Well, then get into a network like ours that champions you, not about competition, but about collaboration. A win for you is a win for us too. And then, of course, be a part of our live coaching, teaching, training sessions where, yes, I'm giving you applicable homework, things to actually apply, things to actually do, to put in the work. Listen, it's not just going to be all rah rah, a whole bunch of, cheering, but no playbook. No, 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 no. Not a lot of pomp and circumstance. We're actually doing the work. Join us. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. I'm giving you the link. Link is also in the chat and in the description of this video. Theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button. Fill out the form. I guarantee that you, yes, you, will be transformed. Family, were you transformed by this conversation? Yeah. Transformed by this conversation. I'm dealing with the noise of quiet desperation. I'm on silence, setbacks, and stagnation. If you were transformed, just drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Drop an eagle emoji in the chat. As a matter of fact, yeah, go ahead and do that. Family, in the mix is out of time, but trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. Yes, yes, yes. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. There it is. Share this link with somebody. Send, of course, sincere salute to all of you who are watching us, our sister satellite stations on social media. Just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Let's step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. Yeah. And I'm personally inviting you to show up to my church, which is the Remnant Worshipers Ministry in the city of Detroit. You owe it to you to be here for our word and worship experience, powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. 20470 Hubble Street. That's the address. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit is where I'm saving you a seat. A church alive is worth the flight of the drive. And when you arrive, I'm going to empower you to thrive and be revived. You coming in as a friend, I guarantee you're going to leave us family as you run to the remnant, because there's nothing but revival happening at the remnant. I'm so grateful to be the pastor of the church. And I'm inviting you to join us. Our doors swing on welcome's hinges. Yeah, swing on welcome hinges. And so tell somebody, bring somebody. We'd love to see your face in place. Join us. Join us. And then I look to see you there. And of course, check out more about our church, trwchurch.org. You can also get any of my books. I got 18 books out there. Can't talk about everything in a podcast masterclass, but my book is a masterclass. My books are masterclasses. Yeah, they are. Got a couple of them here. Strategies for Successful Schools, Learners or Leaders. You need these for your life, for educators, for professors, for students, for your children. Go and get them. Go and get them. Amazon, ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies, they're all available there. Then you can also get signed copies at my website, EddieConnor.com, EddieConnor.com. I got to let you know, I got a litany of resources and plethora of resources for you as well. Digital products, such as my bestseller book blueprint. Download that now. I am literally giving you all the strategies that I've used. I'm giving you my whole playbook where you can literally plug and play what you need to get your book done. The whole blueprint. I wish I had this when I was writing my first book. I really do. Had to bump my head a number of times, made a number of mistakes, lost some money, but don't be like me. I'm giving you the steps, tools, and principles that I wish I had that are successful, that work for me, and not just for me. It's been working for other people as well. Recently, 2 people just wrote books using my blueprint. And they look quite well, if I do say so myself. It works, but you got to work it. Go get it. EddieConnor.com. Bestseller book blueprint. And here's what I'm going to do. Those of you who go and get it now, I'm going to give you $60 off. I am. Put in the word SOAR at checkout. Family, just type the word SOAR in the chat. Put in the word SOAR at checkout, SOAR, and I'm going to give you $60 off. I'm going to do the same thing for my Successful Speaker Strategies digital video training guide. 4.5 hours of me just teaching you. Yeah, video training, tutorial, me teaching you all of the ingredients of what it takes to be a great speaker. All the mistakes I made, I'm showing you not to do that. How not to do that. Why? Because your words create your world. You can shift the world through your words. Your words are a paintbrush. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? I'm talking about the art of communication. Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Showing you how to wow your audience, how to be invited back, how to get your speaking engagements up. Get your first one. Get many more to come after that. Put in the word SOAR as well. Get that. Successful Speaker Strategies digital video training guide. You can get them as well at accessidentity.org/author. accessidentity.org/speaker. Again, put in that word SOAR at checkout. I'm giving you $60 off of each of those. Go get those now. Speaking of speaking, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker for your event, your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your podcast, your session, let's make some progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. info@EddieConnor.com. Yeah. And it'd be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.